Peace, 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 black family. This is Street Watching TV. If this is your first time coming into my channel, please mash up the like, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button at the bottom so you always be in the crosshairs when I drop one of these videos. Fam, you know this the channel where we bang on the beats. You know, we keep our foot on the beats. This is what we do on this channel. You know, it seems that I'm hated on this particular platform. As y'all look and see my views on YouTube, Facebook, I'm always blocked, you know, for my videos and how I see things in life. It's like my perspective on how I see things is kind of dangerous, and this is why they keep me to a muffle. It's cool, you know, from the little subscribers that I got, it's cool, you know. I appreciate y'all people, man, for real. It's cool that they won't let me fly. You know what I'm saying? But you got to keep on elevating. No matter what people do around you, they can't control, you know, destiny. If it's destiny for this particular YouTube channel, you know, to elevate at one particular time, then it's going to do what it's going to do. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, fam, we got to go in tonight on a particular subject, and I'm about to expose America for being so hypocritical as it relates to the Ukraine and the Russia war. Like I've been telling you people before, this is the man of death. You know, people always think you capping because you're talking about the Eurocentric Western world. Anything Western of the hemisphere is part of this death that's taking place up on this planet. You know, this motherfucking beast caused death around the globe. And ever since this beast been up on our planet, I'm talking about the Cro-Magnon man, the European man, since he's been up on our planet, he's been causing chaos. And this is how hypocritical America is. America criticized Russia. Let me say this one time. I'm not on no one side when it comes to genocide. I don't support the winners or the losers. I don't support genocide. My mind is not that wicked because what's going on over in Ukraine is a straight fucking genocide. But should I care? I'm paying attention because what happens in this Eurocentric world affects the African. But the African never unite in these kind of crises that's going on around us. We be right in the middle of it. In fact, we may be sent across the waters to fight in this particular war. And I suggest all Africans do not participate in this particular war. This has nothing to do with the rise of your people. You got to think individually as a people, not individually as one black person here, one black person here. We got to think individually when it comes to our counterparts, which is the Asians, the fucking whites, and everybody else who don't give a fuck about black people. We don't give a fuck about ourselves. So we got to start loving ourselves and carve out a particular land of our own and get away from the matrix. Did you hear what Putin said? Did you hear what Putin said? This is the man of death. This is what this video is all about. Is the Caucasian man the man of death? You can leave comments below and tell me if I'm right or wrong to call the white man the man of death. And I can prove that he's the man of death through history up to our present time, which is so-called 2022. Even though we know the planet is much older than 2022. This man has come to disrupt, cause destruction upon our planet as it comes to time. When it probably wasn't no time in ancient days. There was no time in ancient time. You feel what I'm saying? This food came to our planet and changed everything. We do things and have to study and figure out why the fuck do we follow certain pagan religions? Why do we call July July, but we didn't know that July was named after a Greek motherfucker named Julius Caesar or Augustus? We didn't know that August was named after, Greek people, white people. White people went crazy when they went off into Kemet and around the world in Africa and seeing how our technology and how we civilize certain parts of the world, see how we made monuments and statues of ourselves. When the white people seen that, they were so jealous that they went around the world naming things after themselves, such as months, you know, days and holidays and, white this and naming animals white whales. When the whale, is like a blue color. You know what I'm saying? And this is the man of death. And this is who we go to when we have a particular medical crisis. We have to go to the man of death to get medication. The man of death who plays with our food by genetically modifying our food. You eat a seedless grape and think you're doing something. Anything without seeds is not natural. Everything up on the planet has a seed to leave a likeness of itself. Plants leave seeds of themselves so they can procreate and keep creating. So if you have a particular fruit or vegetable that does not possess seed to produce himself, it's a genetically modified food. I didn't know the banana was a genetically modified food, that the original banana has black seeds through it. You know what I mean? So with that being said, the man of death manipulate our food and everything that you eat. If you are diabetic, they still put sugar in your ketchup. And if you do find something that's no sugar added, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg just to get that particular item with no sugar in it. How come the white man won't give you natural juice? You have to pay a little bit more for the natural juice, and then he has orange juice, which is natural sugar, then he add white sugar to kill you. This is the man of death. He know pastries and any bakery that you walk past in one of these particular stores like Walmart, Kroger's. Why is all these donuts and cakes and stuff displayed, and most of these cakes and things are displayed, it's set up real pretty and it smells real nice when you walk past it. You might not have diabetes, but the man of death knows if you indulge in these donuts every other day or every time you go to Walmart, Kroger's, or any type of bakery, the man of death knows sooner or later you'll be at where? You'll be coming through his medical doors. You be coming through his medical doors, and that create him to put you on medication, or she to put you on medication. 9 times out of 10, the medication do not cure your symptoms. It treats your symptoms, and then the medication end up damaging your fucking kidneys and your pancreas because you're not supposed to take these petroleum pills that are concentrated with petroleum. The man of death took over the pharmaceutical companies back in the 20s and the 30s. You don't believe this, but you can look this up. The Rockefeller Foundation took over the pharmaceutical companies to be able to put petroleum into the pill form to make a particular medication. This petroleum causes cancer and all type of other, medical problems. But this is the man of death. This is what he does. So this Russia-Ukraine thing has caused America to involve herself into World War III. And I told people this was coming, but people laughed at me. See, the man of death, he deals with death 24/7. How do he kill so many people in this country of color and then criticize other countries for treating their citizens ill? And when they kill black people over here in this country, so it's okay to kill black people. It's okay to kill black people. But when you start killing white people, America comes out the woodwork and start aiding the Ukrainians. Where all this money coming from? Up under the Trump administration, up under the Joe Biden administration, Joe Biden has spent over $3 billion already on this war. He has involved, or America, she has involved herself into World War III. World War III. I'm telling you. See, it's going to be a lot of jobs available. They're going to tell you that there's a lot of jobs available and they will be in this country during this time. But the prices of your particular essential goods that you need will be at a high price. You're going to be a slave to the system. See, I've been telling black people for a long time, they sit back and criticize each other instead of pulling resources together. Black people too busy trying to be in competition, grown-ass black men playing, keeping up with the Joneses. That's some alpha black male shit that we don't do. We don't give a fuck about that. You feel me? We don't do the beta male shit. Man, you got a new car, I gotta get a new car. I'm jealous of you because you got a new car. Come on, man. We gotta wake up out of that spell. That self-hatred. They created this self-hatred within us. So at a time like this, we're gonna be scrambling. We're gonna be scrambling. It's about to get worse. And they're gonna use this war to critique the economy. You're going to go to work every day. You're going to put in extra hours just to pay your bills because things are going to be super high. And everybody's going to jack their prices up because of the economy. Everybody going to use that excuse to get $1 more out of each individual. You watch what I tell you. Did y'all hear what Putin said? The man of death. The man of death warned the UN in America, if you do not stop sending military weaponry back in Ukraine, it could be severe consequences. Then the man came out and threatened nuclear war against any European Western world who helps Ukraine. Bam. We're dealing with the man of death. We're living at the times of your particular book of Revelations. And I don't like to use the Bible for a lot of things that you can see with your own mental vision. And some people don't have that mental vision, so you got to give them the knowledge and the wisdom of this vision that you see. The ancestors put it on me to drop this particular video. All day that it's been eating on me to drop this particular video. You know, I don't be getting that many views on my videos and stuff. Sometimes I don't feel like making them because I know when I make the videos, ain't nobody gonna give me no love. But I gotta do what I gotta do. The ancestors like, get your ass up. You know, you can't save everybody. Ancestors say, get your ass up. And I can't save everybody. I gotta save myself. You feel me? And I might not be the one to lead a battle against the oppressor. I'm of age now. But I might be able to. I might be able to wake up our young soldiers. You know, that's why they're trying to feminize our young soldiers. But this is the man of death. When I talk about the man of death, I'm talking about everything he knows that's going to be black people's detriment. If the man of death creates in the black community homosexuality with the men, that's death. Because two men cannot create a baby, cannot bring civilization in for us on the humanity level. Those two people together are the same sex, so nothing comes from that. Life is woman and man. Break up the black family unit by any means. The man of death is the Caucasian man. This New World Order, this Illuminati shit that we living up under, is death and destruction. The man of death creates a virus to kill off people on the planet. This was a depopulation run. And us in particular, people like us in this melanated skin that we are in, is the main target. Is the main target of this coronavirus. Manipulation. This is a man-made virus. And Anthony Fauci knows the man of death. But this is the Caucasian man who criticized Russia, but America backed who? Backed Great Britain, the Dutch, de Klerk and the boys. Where I'm going, de Klerk and the boys, President de Klerk, where they from? South Africa. The apartheid, the killing of South Africans. America backed Great Britain and the Dutch and the French for going into Africa, South Africa, killing brothers and sisters in the streets, shooting them down in the middle of the streets. If you go look up Steve Biko of South Africa's revolutionary, how they killed Steve Biko in the jails in South Africa. How you think Nelson Mandela did 27 years? The man of death. When it got Nelson Mandela, backed by who? America. The CIA. Who worked with the CIA? No other than George Bush Sr., who made it possible to lock up Nelson Mandela for 27 years just for standing up, fighting against apartheid. America backed apartheid. So you telling me she gonna sit around and criticize Russia for what she doing? She gonna criticize China for what she does. She criticize Africa for what she does. They say when you point the finger at someone, you got three fingers coming back towards you. So this is what I'm saying. America, the man of death, America She has the man of death causing havoc and destruction around the world, want to criticize everyone. But she killed black people in cold-blooded murder. The man of death. We watched the man of death choke George Floyd out with the knee on his fucking neck. We watch Ahmaud Arbery. We watch Ahmaud Arbery. We watch Ahmaud Arbery be chased down and cornered down by race soldiers and killed in this country. And they didn't want to prosecute the 3 fucking race soldiers until people of Georgia protest. People brought awareness to this particular video that one of the race soldiers uploaded for everybody to look at for fun. We kill a nigga. Look, look, look. And mainstream media knew about this, but mainstream media did not bring it to our attention until people start protesting. It was an outrage that these people what arrested. How the fuck they killed Ahmaud Arbery? 77 days it took them people to arrest those 3 race soldiers. And they got what's coming to them, and I'm glad that they will never see the light of day. You feel what I'm saying? Should have got the death penalty. It should be the death penalty for anyone take anyone's life unjustly. If it's unjustified homicide, you need to get the same thing deserved to you. You need to die too. That's the way I see it. Eye for an eye. It'd be fucked up if they left me in charge of the judicial system. You come through there and you kill somebody unjustly for no reason at all. You might fuck around and be killed that week. Ain't no motherfucking sitting on death row in your motherfucking ass, you know what I'm saying? They killed, innocent people for no reason. You up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So these people allowed to kill black people, the police, but you can just shoot at the police and miss them and get a life sentence. They could kill citizens and get 1 year, no time, 12 years, 10 years, out on probation, suspended, but still able to see the light of day. Police kill black people, know that they're going to still see a light of day. If the police kill black people, they know they will still see the light of day one day, because the courts do not come hard on police who kill black people. If the courts will come down, the judicial system come down on police like they come down on ordinary citizens, they'll stop that shit. And if they don't stop it, you'll be a jail cell, prison cell, probation, it'll be a lot of jail cells, a lot of prison cells, and a lot of police on probation, a lot of police in jail, a lot of police in prison. If these motherfuckers don't come up with a way to stop this shit, I can't see the police being defunded, but they need to be defunded. And the background check of each officer need to be thoroughly searched, because a lot of these motherfucking police come out of the white ass sheets called the Ku Klux Klan and get into a blue uniform. Real talk. That's the man of death though. So they get a man of death a gun and a badge to kill black people. And that's why your government is now not in an outrage. If the police was killing white people at the rate that they kill black people, because we got these crazy ass motherfucking statistics from people like Kansas Owens. She said 98% of the crime happened in this country because of black people. Black people kill white people more than black people are killed by white people. We know that's a motherfucking lie. We know we kill each other, whites, Mexicans, and everybody join in on the whole tirade to kill black people. But listen to Kansas Owens, the black step and fetch it, biscuit eating, porch monkey, coon. Yeah, I'm calling her coon. Coon of the century. Blame everything on black men. Only black men she been taken up from, take up for, is dysfunctional, crazy Kanye motherfucking mess. Kanye mess. Who had his mom sacrificed. Now he going crazy. You know, the Kardashians was his handlers. They drove him crazy. See, the man of death do not play. They sent Kim Kardashian at this dude. This dude running around the world crying over the fact that he got tricked. You feel me? That's how the game go. Now they making it hard for him to see his own kids. But I don't give a fuck about celebrities. Here's a brother supposed to be from the hood. He marries a white woman. How come you can't marry somebody from your own race? You know what I'm saying? But he's allowed to speak on black issues in this country, and everybody pays attention to him because he's famous. And, you know, just because a white man gets certain niggas platforms, we run to this motherfucker. The man of death give a nigga like Steve Harvey a platform, so we look to Steve Harvey to be our guide. These bootleg niggas will guide your ass straight to hell. You see how Steve Harvey, with a man of death, got to oppressing our sister Monique, you know, who wanted to boycott Netflix, but we all didn't support her. You know, we laughed at her when she wanted to boycott Netflix for underpaying our sister for her craft. So she spoke out against the man of death. Steve Harvey come to the man of death. Hey, you know what I'm saying? We know Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, all these step and fetch niggas helped set Bernie Mac up for his death. And I'm not going to go into that, but you need to do the research on how Bernie Mac really died. And then all of a sudden, after Bernie Mac died, everybody that was around him elevated. All you got to do is watch how particular people elevate after the murder of individuals. See, the man of death, when he put down Prince, you know, look around in the element of where Prince is and see who elevates. You know, Tupac, everybody was around Tupac. Look at the people now that was around Tupac and see where their career is at. You feel what I'm saying? So keep your eyes open when you're looking at these punk-ass celebrities who deal with the man of death. You feel what I'm saying? Because these celebrities know to make it and get that one kind of money, you have to probably sacrifice someone that you know, someone that you love, to show your allegiance with the man of death. That's a different topic, a different subject. But we dealing with this war in Ukraine. What the fuck? Joe Biden administration in America getting all this money and they can't pay Africans reparations for the 400 years of our servitude in this country and continuously being oppressed by this motherfucking bitch-ass beast. You know, this motherfucker vows to send $800 million to these motherfuckers this week as we speak. The money might be already there. They done send over $3 billion worth of aid to this motherfucking Ukraine. $3 billion? Where the fuck the man of death get this money at, but he can't pay the African? But Africans, you know, black people in this country, worried about Ukraine. Fuck you crying about Ukraine for? America didn't cry when they supported apartheid and killing the African brothers and sisters in South Africa, sending soldiers over there to help the Dutch and help Great Britain keep hold the colonial powers. You know what I'm saying? American colonial powers around the world. How the fuck can they be judging everybody else? Didn't America drop nuclear bombs on Nagasaki in Japan? Did she drop bombs in Iraq, the fake weapons of mass destruction, and went into Iraq based on the Bush administration lies? And motherfuckers keep saying Trump is the worst president because he said a lot of stupid shit out of his mouth. Trump talked a lot of shit. Trump talked shit, but the motherfuckers who put down the motherfucking real art of war on motherfuckers is the Bush administrations. Both Bush administration fuck niggas. Clinton administration fuck niggas. The man of death fucks you. Every president that been in power fuck black people. At the end of the day, your vote, you don't get shit. Did Ronald Reagan? Didn't Ronald Reagan? I'm going to dirty up Ronald Reagan's name because he had dirt in his history. And when he died, they said he was an honorable man. Ronald Reagan. And I'm going to talk about Bush. George Bush Sr. I don't give a fuck if he is dead. Him and Ronald Reagan made sure that crack cocaine hit the black communities. Ask Freeway Ricky. You don't believe Freeway Ricky was indoctrinated and gave dope to sell to California back in the day. He started in LA. But it was government's informant giving him this leeway. And he didn't even know that it was government officials backing the crack cocaine explosion. See, George Bush Sr. And they said he was an honorable man. See, when you black and die in this country, and that's what I be trying to tell black people, the man of death, he controls the media. That mainstream media that your motherfucking ass be streaming, the mainstream media that you be watching on CBS, ABC, NBC is controlled by the man of death. How come when somebody black, famous die, they talk about their achievements and they always talk about the so-called skeletons that they had in their closet that was revealed some type of way to the public eye? Michael Jackson died. They got to talk about his troubled past. They try to make him a pedophile. So they just can't talk about his great achievements that he died. But let's talk about Bush achievements and then talk about the Bush skeletons. See, we don't want to talk about the crimes that they committed. In this country, you cannot talk about General Lee. They put statues up of their villains. But black people, they got a villain, they go torture their villain with the white people. White people can make a black man a villain, and our own people would take that black man or black woman to the stake, like they doing Jada Pinkett Smith. We know she got problems, but every day, niggas is talking about taking the woman to the stake for white supremacy. The man of death, when she spoke out against the man of death in 2016 against the Oscars, y'all gotta go back and look what's underneath the surface. Motherfucker, when a doctor go in to remove cancer, most of the time he want to go to the root of the cancer and bring the cancer out, eradicate it. So we go into the root of why Jada Pinkett Smith and Chris Rock, the man of death, Chris Rock was sent by the man of death to attack Jada for her pulling the covers off the wickedness of the Oscars being racist or towards black actors. So every Oscar after 2016, Chris Rock made corny ass jokes against Jada. So she just got tired of the shit and the chump got smacked. He smacked the coon for cooning for the motherfucking hunky. Monkey for the hunky. And got his ass smacked. The man of death sent Chris Rock. And I support Will Smith for protecting a black woman, I'm sorry. Protecting his black woman, even though she may not deserve it in your eyes. You try to act like she just slept with every nigga in Hollywood. Jennifer Lopez jumped from dick to dick to dick to dick. But the man of death uphold Jennifer Lopez infidelity, sleeping with different men, Ben Affleck, A-Rod, and then a whole bunch of other motherfuckers, P. Diddy, then back to Affleck again. That's problems. That's trouble to me. If you can't find a man, you hopping from man to man to man, leave a man and come all the way back to the man. You feel what I'm saying? But she's never criticized by the man of death because the man of death is prescribed to kill you because you're black. So this man of death in the region of war, it should not be a surprise to you. This is the man of death. But the man of death, he make a distinction and distinguish who he's going to help and who he's not going to help. Here it is, they aiding where all this money come from. But the man of death cannot pay black people what they owe black people. It ain't like we begging from them. They owe us. We built this country. But we can never get no credit. They always deface African people. They always try to deface African people to get rid of us because this is the man of death. This is the man of death. When it comes to the air pollution, who pollute the air? There's other fuels that you can use according to, I was reading a book by Chief Anti-Diop, the African scholar, and he talks about the untapped water technology that can make fuel, electrical water technology, untapped resources in Africa you can use to fuel a car, fuel an airplane. The white man knows there's other sources of fuel that we can use other than oil and gas and petroleum to pollute the air with fossil fuel. There's other things that you can use. But the man of death rather kill the planet and the people of the planet. The man of death rather fly airplanes, missions in your neighborhood spraying chemtrails to pollute the air, to give you cancer. This is the man of death. The man of death poison your water. Why you think Flint, Michigan, water is tainted? That's done on purpose. The man of death can fix it, but the man of death is trying to kill off many people as it can. Everywhere this motherfucking beast go, he take destruction. But he criticized other nations. But the man of death has been violent in Somalia. The man of death has been violent in Ethiopia. Everywhere he go, this Caucasian, Neanderthal, Cro-Magnon man take death. Mussolini, Italy tried to attack Ethiopia twice. The Conference of Berlin, the different European nations that got together at the Conference of Berlin, I believe in 1887, I could be wrong, but you could look up the Conference of Berlin where these European people got together and annexed and chopped up Africa. Who gave it? Well, nobody there black there. But the Europeans got together and said, this is how we gonna take Africa. After they took Christianity and Islam into Africa, after they Christianized the people that came back and took the lands. Niggas was left with Bibles and all the resources get controlled by Europeans to this day. The man of death would not let Africans live in a country where all the resources at. Look at Africa. Africa got all the resources that a man and woman need. You never need to leave the continent of Africa. If Africa control its own resources, everybody needs Africa. Africa is the surrogate mother. She's like, she got a big ass titty, and all the European countries eat off her. If black people come together and close the borders and kick the Europeans and the Chinese people out, we'd be okay. Africa would be okay. Africa got every known resource known to man in the soil. The soil is richer than America. That's why America could never be the motherland. She don't have the resources that Africa has. So with this critical race theory, this the man is deaf, taking the critical race theory teachers out the school, even though they don't teach the truth, but they do teach what happened during slavery. They do bring up the fact that white people in this country one time owned slaves. And they don't want the kids to know this type of awareness because they're trying to set the African up for death. They're trying to get rid of Africans. They got Negroes working with them, saying that we're not African, we Indian. You know why they doing that? To separate us. So you black people, be careful, because these Indian people don't have a writing. I ain't never seen the Indian writing, the Native American writing. You know what I'm saying? Where's their language? Why they call on Yoruba God? That's African. If the African slave trade never happened, why is these new Native American Indian black people call on the Yoruba God? Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. But this all part of the man of death plan. This all part of the man of death plan, because they about to set Africa up for genocide. When you got people like Prince William said that Africa is overpopulated. By 2050, the African population would be 3 times of what it is now. White people notice that the death rate of their people outdoing their life rate, their birth rate. Their death rate is higher than their birth rate. Black people's, believe it or not, birth rate is higher than the death rate. Fear of a black planet. The man of death fears the black planet. So where's Joe Biden getting this money from, people? Since you Democrats voted for Joe Biden, he's slapping black people in the face again. They showing us that they got money to pay us reparations, but they rather give it to Ukraine. The man of death rather give the money to the Mexicans. You heard about that. But they want to aid the Asians, but they never want to aid black people. Y'all think because they just put a justice chief black woman in power in this seat, you know, you think that's something that's going to help the grassroots of black people? That don't do nothing. That don't do nothing for us. The man of death will not allow her to do anything prosperous for black people. That's why they put her in power. Her allegiance is to European people. You see, she married a Caucasian. She's married to a Neanderthal. She can't fight for you. She can't fight for us. She'll never be able to release the political prisoners. The man of death do not want the political prisoners that's been locked up since the 50s to 60s to 70s to 80s, in the 90s. and still locked up? How come would she be able to release in Philadelphia the brother Abu Jamal, Mumia Abu Jamal, who's been locked up since the 80s on a false police killing? Would she be able to rule to get this brother out? What about the Black Panther Party old brothers and sisters that's still locked up, that set the pave for how we live today? If it wasn't for Africans banging back then, some of the things that we enjoy being Americans, so-called Americans in this country, was probably because of the civil rights fighting and the black power structures that fought for us. But what we do, we turn our backs on brothers and sisters who fought in the struggle. Oh, here they go with that revolutionary shit. You enjoy shopping in a white man's store. But if it wasn't for the revolutionary past of the 60s, you wouldn't probably be able to shop in the white man's store. You think that's some type of liberty or some type of freedom. Freedom is to build your own store and shop with your people and make the African neighborhood strong. Make the black people neighborhood strong. That's what you need to be working on. But the man of death is in control. The man of death. So listen, I'm going to read something from the book of Revelations. I told y'all I don't really fuck with the Bible that much, but knowing that the Bible, some of the Bible, not all of the Bible, because you got the Hellenistic Greeks who put their writing in there, and then you got the Romans who tamper with your Bible, but they couldn't come all the way with their falsehood. They had to use the foundation of truth. So some of the things in the Bible, once you got that third eye, open, you can read mentally what the book is saying. Because you got to understand it was taken from Kemet, Egypt. The truth is written in stone. And they took it and made a book and packaged it and called it Bible. They took some of the stuff out of the Bible, and took some of the stuff out of the book that should be in the book. They didn't copy everything and put it in the Bible. But some of the things they put in the Bible that was said in Kemet is also in the Bible. So let's go to the book of Revelations. And we're speaking on this particular individual that I call the man of death. He pollutes the air, genetic modified food, serve you food that is detrimental. The man of death, the book that he tampered with, says do not eat swine, but he sell you swine. The book says do not eat the pork, the pig, but he put it on the market and you die of high blood pressure from eating the swine. Your face break out in different type of acne because you eating the swine. Your eyes are ruddy red because you eating the swine. You feel it's bad for your body. It clog up your arteries. And you 25 eating pork and having problems with ED because it's the pig itself eating and consuming close up the arteries where the blood flow to your penis cannot go. So you got to take Viagra at an early age because of the food that you're consuming is death. If you cannot procreate life on the planet because you got ED and you can't get your woman pregnant now because you got ED from eating the swine. So the man of death serves it to you. He salts your food down because he know white salt kill you. He sell you white rice because it kill you. He sell you white potatoes because it kill you. He knows that it kills you. This is the man of death. So let's the book of Revelations. The book of Revelations. I looked. Book of Revelations, chapter 6, verse 8. I looked, and there before me was a pale horse. Its rider named Death and Hades. Hades was following close. Hades or Hades, Hades, was following close. That translate in not Greek, translate Hebrew. Hades translate in Hebrew the land of death, or people who are mentally dead. When mentally dead means not one, because when I say mentally dead, black people think about people in a coma, in the hospital in a coma, brain dead. We talking about the living, the walking dead. When we talk about the walking dead, the ones that do not have knowledge of themselves and don't know what's going on in this world and how this world is really ran. They're dead because they caught up in the matrix. So you're walking around, you're alive, but you're dead to the knowledge of what's happening around you. So these land of death that follow close is probably Satan's army, or those who follow Satan and defend Satan and don't know they defended Satan. So, when you speak it like I'm speaking around certain black people, they defend the system. Automatically defend the system without even knowing about the system that they defended. You cannot speak on a particular knowledge around certain black people. You have to dumb down your perspective, because some people, you go over their head. And that's not to belittle anyone, because you have to be ignorant first before you come into the knowledge of a particular situation. So I don't get on all black people. I can't fault them because they don't know. They was reared and raised on a slave plantation. They was given slave plantation information. But some things are just easy to see, and Negroes will go out their way to defend the honor of white supremacy. They defend the death of our people. They defend the man of death. Revelation 6, chapter 6:8. I looked, and therefore before me was a pale horse. Its rider was named Death, and Hades followed close behind him. They were given power over fourth of the earth to kill by sword, kill famine and plagues and other wild beasts of the earth. Revelations, I looked, and therefore before me was a pale horse. Its rider was named Death. The pale horse describes the white man, the European man, the man that sits on that horse. Everywhere he go, he takes death. In that same chapter, they talk about the red horse. Everywhere the red horse went, the man that sat on the red horse took death. That's the Chinese, the Arabs, who causing mass destruction. The Arabs are using Islam as a vehicle to kill black people. Why you think Boko Haram was invented? These Negroes going around killing their own people if they Christians. They killing their own people. The man of death, the white man that's in Islam, is the red man. The Arabs are going around using Islam to kill women, oppress women. Why is it that these religious people supposed to be holy oppress the women? The man of death. The Sharia is the man of death created by the European. To kill his own people. And it's easy to see. When you're dealing with a Roman and dealing with the Arab, you're dealing with the same people. Rome invaded the Middle East. See, you don't see it. The man of death is right in your face. You think the Arabs, yeah, they got a little black in them. The Arabs is different. The Arabs are the Romans. You feel what I'm saying? The Italian people used to bury The Italian people, ancient, so-called ancient past was with the Romans and the Greeks. The Romans and the Greeks are the Italians today. The Romans used to bury female children alive when they came out the womb. You know why? Because homosexuality ran Rome and Greece. You go back and study. The man of death was having sex with the men back then. They didn't like women. They only used women to procreate. Why you think the man is over the woman in Christianity? They scared of the woman. The woman is the creator. They teach you that the woman was created from the man rib. All the time you've been on the earth, everybody came from a woman. Man and woman come from a woman. So somebody lying. Since I've been up on this planet, no man has brought forth life like a woman for 9 months. So the man of death teaches you something different. The man of death give you medication to kill you. The man of death, chemo, they charge you $800,000 for chemo that usually kill you at the end. If any holistic doctor comes out with a particular herb that can treat you other than chemotherapy, that can make cancer go away, the man of death will execute the holistic doctor. What you think happened to Dr. CB? Everybody said that didn't happen. Even some family members are proclaiming that Dr. CB wasn't killed by the ruling class, and I know better. I know better. Man of death put Nipsey Hussle down. Too smart, too outspoken. The man of death killed Kobe Bryant. You don't believe that. When you deal with this man of death, he does not play. So, when that motherfucker Putin threatened the UN and America with nuclear possibility, I don't put nothing past the Cro-Magnon man. When he created that virus and killed millions and millions of people off the planet, that let me know that this Cro-Magnon man doesn't give a fuck about nobody. This the man of death. This the man of death. When they created this motherfucking white man, they created death on our planet. In the book of Revelations, the red horse is nobody but the Chinese and the Arabs. And then but the Chinese and the Arabs. Who got the power? And fam, and keep this in mind. We know we living up under a Luciferian New World Order transcript. So what I'm saying to y'all, this script that we're looking at playing out between Russia, America, and the world could be all the script from the heads of state. See, the heads of state don't mind sending haters into war. These are the dead people of the land. You heard what I told you. You go back and translate the book of Revelations where it talk about, I looked and therefore before me was a pale horse. Its rider was named Death, and Hades was following close behind him. So they don't mind sending the dead into battle. So let's say Putin, Biden, China, the rest of the world that's in on this Illuminati world, Luciferian, is sending Hades into the army, into harm's way to fight, to bring about this new world order. So you got to look at that. Because America stages everything. The European stages everything to keep the majority fooled. The white man is the minority on the planet. Every day it's got to come up with a psychological warfare to put on the black people mind, on the majority people mind, to psychological damage them so they won't wake up and fight against the oppressor. The white man is the minority on the planet. I know you've been told he's the majority. He's dying on our planet. The man of death, that's his name. His number is 6. The mark of the beast. He's a beast. We beasts too on another level. When you talk about the 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons would make up the black man who he is. But we talk about the other 6. We understand the beast on that level. Let's talk about the real beast. The man of death. Fam, subscribe to the channel, share this video, mash up the likes, and leave comments below. And agree with me that the European man is the man of death. Oh, and that same, because I want y'all to go back and look at the book of Revelations and look at the last horse was the black horse. And that man that sat on the black horse, he didn't pull out death and destruction. Guess what the black horse pulled out? That man on that horse pulled out a scale, a balance to bring justice to the planet. The world would not be in heaven until the black man or woman is put in a particular position to rule over the earth again. Might not be in my time, but the planet's going back all black. You can't beat it. It's nature. It's the meta-netter. You can't beat nature. It's the Orisha. You can't beat nature. Nature is going to take course. The planet will be all black again. Might not happen in my time, but the planet will go all black again. Let me tell you this before I end. It's going to go all black. It's going to take maybe years and years and years for black people to get that wickedness up out of our genetic code when it goes all the way black. Because when the white man leaves and off our planet, I'm pretty much sure we will still be killing each other until we actually get that devil out our system. Because we got the devil in our system right now. We deep. We can't even unite with ourselves. We kill each other. And we support white supremacy. Peace. Street Watcher TV. I'm out of here.